How's it going, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you along on a couple service calls. It's going to be more of like a ride along to get you a feel of what it's like a day in the life of an HVAC technician. Let's do some work.
This video is sponsored by RLS and by TrueTech Tools. Are you tired of not finding good quality tools in your local supply house? Well, check out TrueTechTools.com. They carry all of the good, high quality brands like RLS, Navac, Fieldpiece, Appion, and the list goes on. So check out TrueTechTools.com and make sure to use the promo code qualityhvac to save yourself 8%.
All right, so yesterday we finished up a mini split replacement. So we're kind of getting everything out of the van, getting it cleaned up. So I figured I'd give you an update on the new setup here. So it's not done, but this is kind of the next stage. We got the 5-tier refrigerant rack, which is amazing. I love that thing. This is a separate tank mount that's bolted to it that we put our nitrogen tank on, obviously, as you can tell. So not everything is going to be where it is now. We kind of just threw stuff in here to get out of the truck. But so as you can tell, I've got the Ranger design. This is a 48-inch wide shelving, but it's 18 inches deep, so it's deeper than a standard one. And I got that so that way I could put pack out stuff in here and organize it that way. So as you can tell, we are not complete yet. I've got dividers that I can put in here anywhere, so that way it keeps everything in place and it won't move around, but we just haven't got to that point yet. So anyway, we just threw some stuff in here to kind of get rolling. But so far, I'm liking everything. The floor is super solid. And over here is I believe what they call the parts tower. This is also made by Ranger Design. As you can tell, it all matches. It's the same. Even the texture of the shelving matches the floor, which is pretty awesome. But anyway, this particular tower comes with 8 of these organizers that you can take out. And right now I've got some of them completely removed so I could put bigger items in there like some tape. But again, this is not set up perfectly right now. I just kind of got stuff in here so I can get to work. But yeah, these are going to be fully customized with all types of stuff. So that's going to be really nice. What I do like about these particular ones is that you can take out those yellow boxes and it's completely empty on the inside. There's no dividers that's going to hinder you from putting, let's say, bigger tools in there or whatever the case is. So I could literally get some foam to put in there and like cut it out perfectly and put tools in there. So there's a lot of options when it comes to that particular box, which is nice. I've got a door that's going to go right here, so it's going to actually cover that bottom section. You won't see that fender well. That way we can put some things in there and they won't slide around. I think that'll make it look really clean and nice. And then lastly, as far as the update goes, I've got these 3 toolboxes. So everything is by Ranger Design. So it all looks good. It works well together. So anyway, this is where I'm keeping my tools in right now. You know, just got my Milwaukee bag. I got my Vito. This is my quick maintenance bag or tech bag. And then right now I just got some tools put in here. But again, we're not fully organized. We're just getting in here so I can get to work. But what I really like about this is that I can just quickly, you know, come over to the side door, open it up, bam. Here's my tools. I can grab something out if I want to, or grab the whole bag, whatever. So it's really easy to open. I really like that. Now with these particular ones, these are I believe 6 inches deep, and they're all pop. I did a pop rivet on all these together as far as installing them, so they're all solid. But it's kind of hard to actually open these right now. I think I need to lube them. But so for right now, this is my capacitor drawer. So I keep all my AMRAD capacitors in here and a couple thermostats all the way in the back. But I mean, check that out. Look how far that sticks out. So you can easily get to everything from outside of the vehicle. So the idea is to keep everything in these 3 drawers that I get to on like a daily basis, to where I quickly need to walk up, grab something, not even have to hop in the van. So right now I've got this top drawer is everything with batteries, and some other stuff too, some other tools. You know, I got gloves in here, my mask, a socket set, some extra booties, you know, things that you need to kind of grab quickly. So right now, everything's kind of just thrown in here. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I do have, if you notice, it has these slots. That's where you can put a divider. So I have a set of dividers for both of these, but I just haven't got to that point yet. So, but I mean, look how close that is. Dang, it's like it was designed for it. But yeah, that's the update on the van right now. So the idea, I originally planned on putting another shelf here, but after I installed this one, I realized that if I did that, the shelf would probably come out to like right about here. So that wouldn't give me a ton of space in between. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna need that much storage anyway. So I really like the idea of keeping this nice and open. We can still put equipment in here and parts, or whatever we need to, right? So I think what I'm gonna do is just keep this the way it is. I'm gonna put some skin on here to where it protects, you know, because this is the outside sheet metal, so we don't want to ding that up. And then that way I can mount stuff here if I want to. I have a wire reel. Yeah, wire reel. That's a tongue twister. And I thought about putting that up here, right? It holds all the different wires, and it's pretty compact, so it should sit on the wall nice and tight. But that way, if I need to come in here and grab some number 10, some number 12, some thermostat wire, whatever it is, it'll be easy to get to and right there. So, but yeah, this is the update so far. All right, so the first job today is going to be, we're going to be coming out here and installing a ductless mini split for a room upstairs where they currently have some ducts that the original contractor just piped off the existing system. So today what we're going to do is go up there, we're going to remove those ducts, cap them off, seal them off, and then I believe next week when the equipment comes in, we are going to be installing a ductless unit. But for today, we're just going to get those ducts disconnected and sealed off. Yeah, so it should be just these two vents here. We're gonna need a flashlight. So yeah, we just disconnect them from the wall, and then we can check the other side to see where they tap in, and probably pull them from the other direction. All right, let's see. Be coming from over there. Let's see. I believe this is the upstairs system that they tied into. So it's going to be that supply right there. Got to be super careful walking on these joists like this. But it looks like this is probably our vent, and they just wired it to that room, because this is the only duct that is the traditional silver lining. Everything else is black. So looks like that's what they did. Looks like it wasn't done very well to begin with. So just get this disconnected. go. See if we can go over there now and just pull it. All right, so this is where the one duct goes above the ceiling to that space, and then they must have a Y to drop down to those two. But as you can tell, there is no access. Let's see if I can even see in here at all. But the way they ran this, it's super tight. I don't think we're gonna be able to pull this duct out. I'm gonna keep trying and see what we can find. All right, so Trevor's back there getting that one run completely disconnected and getting it all taped up, sealed up with some metal. Make sure it's sealed. And I'm gonna be down here removing these old boots. All right, so as you can see here, they did a fantastic job of installing this boot. So I gotta trim out some more sheetrock to get some of the screws, and it should come right out. Just one screw. There you go. All right, so now I've got both boots removed and sealed off from the inside. So that way they're not getting a bunch of hot air from the attic coming inside. And the sheetrock guys can come in, remove that, patch it all up, and be good to go. So Trevor should be finishing up what he's doing. And then next week, we're gonna be mounting an indoor unit right there. And that's attic space on that side above the garage. So the piping will run above that garage and go outside, and condenser will be out there by the others. So stay tuned for that project. All right, so here's a tip for you. Whenever you're removing old flex, you don't want to make a mess and you want to make it easy. All you do is when it's all laid out, you just start rolling it up really tight and then throw some tape on it. And there you go, now it's manageable. You can throw it in a trash bag, in the truck or van. Just a little tip for you that works well. Another very important thing is to stay hydrated. It's good stuff. All right, so whenever we come back next week, the penetration is going to be basically, well, actually we're going to be coming down low because they want me to come into the ceiling of the garage, come in the garage, and then penetrate out down low, just to keep it looking nice and clean. And then they're gonna move all this stuff out of the way, but the ductless unit's gonna sit right here. So we got the electrical panel over there, so we'll have the electrician get us a circuit over here, but it should turn out to be a pretty clean install. Yeah, so far working out of this van, the past few days we did, we did that ductless replacement yesterday, and working out of it today. I'm already just loving it so far. Being able to easily get out like the heavy tanks, everything is accessible, and it's just gonna get better from here. So another shout out to Work Van Equipment. If you guys are interested at all on designing and setting up your van or trailer, and you need storage or organization like this, just check out their website. I'll leave it linked down in the description. They are super nice folks. They help you out, and man, they got some really fast shipping. So, and not to mention, the products are just extremely high quality. I'm just blown away with the flooring, the shelving, how it all integrates together, how it all matches. I just like it, so I'm super pleased. All right, so we got this one wrapped up for today. Got a good material list for the ductless install for next week, so we should be good to go on that. But yeah, now we're gonna head to downtown Nashville. we have one of those high-rise condos where a customer wants to install a low pressure switch. So I need to go pick up a pressure switch, and I need to pick up one of those time delay on brake relay. So that way, if it does trip, it won't just turn the compressor on and off, on and off. You know, we want to have a good 5-minute delay in between. So anyway, we're gonna go pick those up, make sure we got everything we need, get up on that roof and get it installed. All right, so we've got our delay on make timer here and our low pressure switch. So basically, if the system gets below 25 PSI, it's gonna open the switch and shut the condenser off. And then, you know, if it shuts off, the pressure could rise right back up and it turns the compressor right back on. It could start short cycling. We don't want that. So what this is gonna do is we can adjust the delay. So let's say we adjust it for 5 minutes. So whenever this thing closes, it's gonna send voltage to this and it'll wait 5 minutes before it actually allows the voltage to go through and turn on the compressor. So that's just a little safety. And then got a couple different swivel tees, depending on the situation when we get up there to figure out which one's gonna work best. But basically, that has a Schrader depressor in there, so that'll go on to what's up there. This does not have one, so that's where we're gonna put our switch. And then, of course, this has one in there, and that will be where you hook your gauges up. So, just gives you another access point. So we're gonna grab everything that we need to install this, some connectors and some wire, some screws, and get up there. And look at all this seal tight spaghetti noodle mess. Crazy. Should be the one we're working on here. Yes, sir. All right, I gotta come over here and find the disconnect. I think it's one of these right here. Oh, 411, 215, 407. There she is. You ready? All right. All right, since this is a heat pump system, normally you would think you would want to put it here on your suction line, but this is actually a vapor line. This gets turned into a discharge line in the heat pump mode. So what we want to do is put it on the dedicated suction port here. That way it's always on the suction port, no matter if it's in the heat pump mode or in the cooling mode. So that's where I'm going to put my T. You want to grab some nylog, and let's see, we'll put it on the top here. A dab on the threads is all I like to do. Maybe on the seating surface there, just a tad, not much. And then of course you want to snug it up. I just do that by feel, especially with using nylog. You don't have to crank it down super. And of course, we can bubble test this once we get done and make sure that we don't have any leaks. But super confident using nylog. So now, of course, you want to get it on there snug as quickly as possible. This is a tight area, so it's a little difficult, but All right, there we go. We can bring our wires directly into the cabinet. All right, so we got the switch installed. The blue wires come up. Here is our call for cooling. So our compressor signal is a yellow wire coming from the stat. So it's gonna go through the switch, and then when it comes out of the switch to my black wire here, that's gonna go into the input side of this delay timer. Once that closes, and I currently have it set for 5 minutes. Once that closes, then it's gonna send voltage through to the normal input on the board, which will control the system at that point. So the idea is, if this switch opens up because it drops below 25 PSI, it'll shut the compressor down. But once the compressor shuts off, typically the pressures will rise from equalization, and that may make it go over the 25 PSI. And we don't want the compressor to turn on right away and short cycle. So that's what this is gonna allow us to control, to where we don't have that problem. So it'll say, okay, voltage is here. I'm gonna wait 5 minutes before I actually turn the system back on. So that should be a good safety for the system. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and bubble test everything and make sure we don't have any leaks on these fittings. Should be good to go. Looks pretty good. Apparently this is where all the refrigerant jugs come to die. Come on, guys. We can do better than this. All right, so that's the process on installing one of those low pressure switches, along with that time delay on brake relay. So really hope you got something out of it. My last call actually got rescheduled. So I had a 3-zone ductless that we needed to go and tear apart, clean, and do all that, but the customer needed to reschedule. So that's gonna complete today's video. And I hope you got something out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, we'll see you later.